Hi, I'm Mariana Montes.
And I'm Giselle Guajardo.
Welcome to United ITV News, a program that will show you what's happening at United ISD.
You'll see events and activities that take place in our district.
On today's show, the Cheer and Dance Hall at United South High School is named in honor of a special cheerleader.
And we'll find out which high school received a $5,000 grant from H&R Block.
Those stories and more are coming up
on this exciting edition of United ITV News.
United South High School dedicated one of its buildings to the memory of a former cheerleader.
The Cristo Benavides Cheer and Dance Studio was opened at a special ceremony.
The event was attended by family and friends. They shared their memories of Krista, who was taken by cancer.
Cristo Benavides was a beautiful face and a beautiful soul. Friendly, sweet, caring, understanding, and very positive all the time.
Her friends say Krista loved being in the dance studio. She considered it her home away from home. The ceremony was then moved outside where the official unveiling took place. Current cheerleader Alison Enriquez was a freshman when she met Krista.
She was full of life and she was so funny, and she was always cracking jokes, and she never gave up on anything she ever did. I remember one time we were working out here inside the studio and she was shaking and sweating, and I told her, like, Krista, it's okay, like you could stop, and she's like, no, I don't want to stop. So she was just a person that never gave up and gave it her all the time. This is her home where she loved to be, and I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity to know her.
Alexander High School received a $5,000 grant from H&R Block. Students took part in the company's Budget Challenge. The Budget Challenge is an interactive online program. It gives students important lessons in personal finance.
They get to learn about paying their bills, paying their loans, selecting insurance companies, selecting vendors, selecting even cell phone companies. They get to select their plan. Pretty much everything that us adults do to pay our bills, to conduct our everyday financial needs.
Lessons like these help students take control of their financial future. The Budget Challenge is part of a national competition. There is a classroom competition and an individual competition. Alexander was a winner in the classroom competition. Students who took part were recognized, and H&R Block presented the school with a ceremonial check.
The students at United High School's culinary art class are helping their elementary school's counterpart maintain a healthy lifestyle.
We're following the grant for the Texas Department of Agriculture, and what we're doing is expanding the palette of our first graders from our feeder schools.
The culinary art students made healthy, nutritious, and delicious fruit cups. They sliced the fruit by hand and assembled and carefully wrapped each cup.
We're using mandarins, red grapes, pineapple, green, white grapes, and raspberries on top.
And they're going to be able to taste these fruits and then rate them. I believe there's a survey. And it's really exciting because it gives the students an opportunity to try different fruits. Most of them have grown up with grapes. We have green grapes and we have red grapes and the mandarin oranges, but we incorporated the pineapple, fresh pineapple, which if they might have had it, they might have had some fresh, but a lot of times it's served in cans, and then the raspberries. And it was all approved by the district's health services and the dietitians, so that we would also restrict any allergens that might have been on the fruit. So it's exciting to be able to help our students in culinary arts. We're really excited about helping with the production today. So they were ready. They cut up all the fruit and they packaged it and they put it in the fruit cups, and we're ready to serve our not only UISD and our feeder schools, but I think that the first graders will have a really great time tasting them out and giving their opinion on these. And we're trying to get them to eat a lot healthier. We know that they do have access to the lunch program where they do provide them with fruit, but this is just a little extra with different types of fruit. And of course, fresh fruit, so it's an advantage as well.
If you remember in our last story, our culinary arts students from United High School made some fruit cups. Those fruit cups made their way to Matias de Llano Elementary. Students were given a chance to find out what they like and don't like. This exercise in taste testing was made possible through a grant from the Texas Department of Agriculture.
We were awarded a 3Es grant from the Texas Department of Agriculture, and one of the points of the grant was to get fresh fruits and vegetables into the students' hands. Not only does this get more fruit to the children, they're able to give us their feedback. So they did a brief survey before. What do you think about our raspberries, pineapple, red grapes, green grapes? Then we do an activity where they actually taste it. And then once we finish the activity, they report on another sheet what they think about the fruit now. And we did have a few cases of children who didn't like a fruit, but once they were able to smell it and taste it, they changed their mind. And we did have an instance of 1 or 2 children who thought they liked a fruit, but it didn't work out for them.
The information gathered here will be shared with our district's Child Nutrition Department and the state of Texas.
In order to expand their knowledge of vegetables and nutrition, students at Nye Elementary are planting some vegetables. With help from local merchants, the school was able to start work on an organic garden. Students began their work by carrying bags of garden soil to the garden beds. Through the use of teamwork, the students were able to complete this arduous task. The students were then presented with a variety of garden tools. They received a brief lecture on how to safely use the tools. And then it was off to work.
We started our garden last year, and it went really well. So basically what we did is we went ahead and extended our seed unit, and we gave it meaning. So we started an organic garden, and this year, thanks to Lowe's and Stripes, we got a nice chunk of grant, so we're expanding it.
The goal is to expose these young students to new experiences. Students also learn about giving back.
We've talked about natural resources, and we've talked about health, but not only that, we're incorporating our community. So what we grow will be donated to the food bank, also to Bethany House, and in some cases we will be donating it to some of our families in need.
Students will be growing crops that are not all too familiar to most children. Among these items grown will be kale, asparagus, and beets. The students will also be able to harvest some important lessons.
First of all, it's teamwork. They have to know teamwork. They're also learning responsibility, and because they are going to have to take care of the garden. They will come during our science unit, and they will come out here to make sure that the weeds aren't growing, to pull those out, to make sure that that it's being watered appropriately and not too much.
I'm learning about fruits and vegetables. I always wanted to plant a garden, and I like being outside.
The 3 United ISD Magnet schools and the Early College High School visit the district middle schools every year. The goal is to recruit new students. This recruitment drive took place at Trotman Middle School. Magnet students spoke and shared their experiences. This student says the Early College High School has advantages to offer.
In the high school, they get to finish their basics at the same time as they get their diploma, and it saves them money and time.
Each magnet school brought along some displays. Administrators also went over the application process. The Engineering and Technology Magnet is located at United High School. United South High School is the home of the Academy of Global Business and Advanced Technology Magnet. The Health and Science Magnet is located at Alexander High School. And LBJ High School is the home to our district's Early College High School.
The Youth of the Month program recognizes outstanding high school students in our community. Students are chosen based on their academic success, their extracurricular activities, and their service to the community. December's head of the class ceremony was held at St. Augustine High School. Students were joined by the person who nominated them. The audience was composed of proud parents and school administrators. Congratulations to the United ISD Youth of the Month recipients for December 2015. They are Ronald Christian Rodriguez of Alexander High School, Juliana Molina of LBJ High School, Heidi Pargas of United High School, and Samantha Avila of United South High School. The head of the class program is sponsored by U.S. Customs and Border Protection.
The district hosted its 4th annual elementary science fair. Students were given the chance to apply the scientific method to a project of their choosing. Through these projects, students can enhance their knowledge of the scientific method. The event began in the SAC with judges evaluating the different entries.
We are judging the students' projects over the district. We have 2 divisions. We have the 1st through 3rd grade competing, and we also have 4th through 5th grade competing. And that's 2 separate divisions. Now today we've actually given the children over the past couple of months the opportunity to explore and be scientists for the day, and they have to follow a scientific process so that they can complete their science project.
The students concentrated on physical science and earth science. At the award ceremony, all of the students were given a medal for participating. Awards were also given out for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd places. Congratulations to Alicia Cowell, a 4th grader at Juarez Lincoln Elementary. She won 1st place for her project, Magnet Madness. Jose Burmendez, a 5th grader at Perez Elementary, won 2nd place for his project, Hot Cocoa. And Isaac Dominguez, a 4th grader at Borchers Elementary, won 3rd place for his project, Jello Coaster Ride.
More than 800 Centeno Elementary students took part in an Hour of Code. Organizers are calling the Hour of Code the largest learning event in history.
An Hour of Code is the largest worldwide learning opportunity there is. It gives them a chance to learn 1 hour of coding. So if they want to go into app design or video games, any industry that uses computers, kids need to know how to write code. Kids really love video games. They don't realize that somebody had to be out there writing the code behind that. So there's opportunities for them, and we're trying to level the playing field because most girls don't go into computer science. Maybe 1 out of 4 will go into computer science, and at the elementary school, if we level the playing field and give everybody an opportunity to write code, then we'll have more girls and more Hispanics going into that field. Every student in China graduates from school knowing computer science, whereas in the United States, 90% of students do not get any coding classes when they graduate from school. So we're just trying to introduce kids to coding, and hopefully it becomes more popular.
Muller Elementary hosted a career day for its students. Members of the community were invited to the school to talk about their job or profession. School officials say events like these help students understand that getting a desirable job or career requires a good education.
The children are going to gain knowledge about different careers and different professions and brighten up their future so that maybe possibly one day they can also be a professional just like their presenters are.
Guadalupe Perez is a UISD administrator in special education. After business hours, she does work as a dental hygienist. She spoke to these children about the importance of maintaining good oral and dental health. She showed them some of the tools of her trade. She also shared information of the skill sets that are required for this job. This welding instructor from Laredo Community College was also sharing information with students. He took time to show the students some of the equipment used by welders. The students were given the opportunity to try on some of the welding gear. Local attorney Andy Reyes also spoke to students about careers in the legal profession. He spent time answering questions from students.
Coming up on United ITV News, United South High School holds its youth conference for young men and women. We'll take you there. And if you graduated from a UISD high school before 2011, the League of Legends may be looking for you. Don't change that channel. You're watching United ITV News.
1, 2, 3, team!
UISD students, it's time to rally, dig in, score big, and win a new car just by going to school. The Sames Kia in the Classroom program is back. All United ISD high school students are eligible to win a new 2016 Kia Soul. Have perfect attendance during an 89-week period, and your name will be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new car. Spike your chances, attend class, and win a new Kia Soul.
United ISD urges parents who have children with severe allergies to please inform district nursing staff about your child's condition. Allergic reactions can be life-threatening.
We have procedures in place to help students at risk for severe allergic reactions or anaphylaxis. Notifying staff about student allergies makes it easier for them to respond quickly to an emergency.
Please report severe allergies and help ensure UISD students remain safe and healthy.
School safety is our #1 priority. Always report bullying to an adult, attend class every day, and please say no to drugs and alcohol. Be sure to report any criminal or suspicious activity to campus police. Remember, texting and cell phone use is forbidden when driving in school zones. Always watch out for kids at crosswalks and when loading on and off school buses. Keep our kids safe.
What does it take to be a champion? Desire, dedication, determination, discipline.
And the will to win.
Success in life is not luck.
It's hard work and dedication.
Never lose sight of your dreams. Be a champion.
United South High School gave its students a chance to listen to distinguished speakers from the community.
The speakers tried to influence students in a positive way.
One day of the youth conference was devoted to girls. Another day was devoted to boys. The speakers spoke to the students for 30 minutes. They were then rotated to a different room to address a new audience of students. The invited guests spoke on topics like building self-respect, leadership, and determining one's role in life.
We at United South High School have had the Young Men's Conference and the Young Women's Conference for the past 6 years. We introduce our junior boys and our junior girls to members of our community who come and speak to them about their future, about what they're going to want to do in life, to follow their dreams, and it's been very successful.
Speaking to the boys was Nixon High School basketball coach and United South High School alumnus Pete Solis Jr., who would like for these young students to be true to themselves.
I want the kids to follow their heart, whatever they love and whatever they love to do, to have the passion to keep on going forward with it.
The speakers would like for these students to realize that they can contribute to the society's betterment in their own way. Event organizers want students to know that through hard work and dedication, goals can be achieved. This is the school's 5th year that it hosts a youth conference for its students.
The Foreign Language Department at United South High School sponsored a festival for students. On display were student projects like altars, wreaths, and decorated skulls. The celebration was marked by festive decorations. The students worked to make this a fun-filled and exciting event. The Spanish Club at United South High School used the occasion to raise funds. The club sold traditional Mexican food and drinks. There were also fun games like musical chairs. Students also played the loteria, the traditional game of chance with the cards and the colorful boards.
2 student athletes from United High School signed scholarship letters to play sports at the college level. A signing ceremony was held in the school library. Mariela Bustamante will play volleyball with the Palominos of Laredo Community College, and Valeria Marcias will play soccer at Texas State University.
I dedicated my whole life to volleyball. These past 4 years that I played once I got here. I went to only one camp because I really didn't have a lot of money for that. We were kind of having problems with that. But I always worked on at least trying to come to strength and conditioning every day to work out, and always watch videos on YouTube for volleyball. So I really strived to get this goal.
Practices, staying up late, coming back from out-of-town games, and then also keeping up with the schoolwork. And it's a lot of, I went through a lot of struggle, but at the end it's worth it.
The Outstanding 8th Grade of the Month ceremony was held at Lamar Middle School. The ceremony honors outstanding 8th grade students in our community. The 8th Grader of the Month program is sponsored by the Laredo Police Department. Organizers say they want all students to do their best in everything they do. These are the best and the brightest 8th grade students. Here are United ISD's outstanding 8th graders for the month of December.
Salvador Garcia Middle School hosted a career day for its students. Guests representing different trades and professions were invited to speak to students about their jobs. Among those present included retired educator Pamela Juarez. Juarez worked many years in United ISD. She was a principal at Finley Elementary and an associate superintendent for curriculum and instruction. She spoke to students about experience in her life that helped her become who she is. Other guests included Raúl Reyes, the mayor of El Cenizo. He spoke about his duties and responsibilities as mayor of a small community. He also encouraged students to pursue their goals. An investigator with the district attorney's office spoke to students about his job. He also shared advice on what is required to enter the field of law enforcement. Organizers say that the goal of this career day activity is to get students to understand that getting a good job or career requires good education. The school is grateful to those who spent their valuable time with the students.
Los Obispos Middle School gave its students a glimpse into the adult world of work. Guests representing many careers and trades were invited to share their insights and experiences with students. Visitors spoke to students in classrooms throughout the school. Agents from U.S. Border Protection are seen here with students. They spoke about their duties and responsibilities. In another class, students heard from members of the Laredo Police Department's SWAT team. SWAT stands for Special Weapons and Tactics. These officers spoke about their experiences on the SWAT team and what is required of them. Also at Career Day was Mixed Mexico Belleza Latina Stephanie Lira. She spoke to students about confidence and self-respect. She emphasized the importance of working hard to pursue one's goals. Guests at Career Day activities stressed that much can be achieved with hard work and an investment in oneself. That investment often takes the form of obtaining a good education. Events like these help students take a stock of what they need to do to get the career they want.
A press conference was held to announce the 3rd Annual United ISD League of Legends. This distinguished alumni program seeks to recognize outstanding graduates from all 4 United ISD high schools. The press conference was held in the UISD boardroom. Nominations are accepted each year for induction to the League of Legends. Anyone can nominate a person for this distinguished alumni program. People are also allowed to nominate themselves. Nominees must have graduated from United ISD High School. Also, people may not be nominated until at least 5 years after their graduation date. Judges are looking for nominees who have rendered outstanding service to our country, our community, and others in need. The League of Legends seeks candidates who have made significant contributions in their career or profession. Nomination forms are available on the UISD website.
The Superintendent's Business Advisory Committee serves to keep the public informed. The topics usually deal with financial matters. At the last meeting, the items for discussion included the district's financial integrity and an overview of the bond construction program. The first item was a report on the district's financial health. The district is accountable to the Texas Education Agency and ultimately the tax-paying public. The district has a budget of $394 million. The budget for the 2015-2016 fiscal year is balanced. The next item for discussion was the bond program. Voters approved the bond worth $408.7 million in November of 2013. The bond calls for the construction of new schools, technology upgrades, improvements to safety and security, and additions and renovations for all campuses. There were also reports on expenditures from different departments and a report about energy consumption.
United ISD will have a new tax assessor collector. She is Monica Madrigal. Effective March 1st, Monica took the reins as the district's tax assessor collector. Her main responsibility is to collect the school property taxes for our district. In addition to collecting taxes, Monica will oversee staff and perform other duties as well.
We have 7 employees for the tax office. I also oversee the records management department. I have 3 employees there, and I also oversee the mail processing center, and I have 2 employees there in that department.
She was appointed to that position by the Board of Trustees in December. Before becoming a tax assessor collector, Monica had spent the last 13 years as the district's tax manager. In that capacity, she would oversee the operations of the tax office. She says she is committed to providing excellent customer service for district taxpayers.
Educators and administrators from Irving ISD made the long trip to Laredo to learn about the district's bilingual program. Bilingual education at United ISD helps build knowledge and learning of academic subjects in a student's first language and in English. The guests visited several campuses. Our camera caught up with them at Clark Middle School.
We basically have a lot of the same percentages of ELLs. They are also very close to the 40% like we do. And so we just said we wanted to collaborate more, and so they asked if they could come, and we invited them over.
The program seeks to instill self-assurance, confidence, and cultural pride in students. According to educators, studies indicate that literacy in the first language enhances literacy in the second language. Bilingual education involves teaching academic content in a native and secondary language. Varying amounts of each language are used in accordance with the program model. United ISD offers Spanish and French classes as foreign language courses for students.
5 of United ISD's police officers received a certification from the Laredo Police Department. They are now field training officers. The officers received 24 hours of instruction from the Laredo Police Department. They acquired the skills they will need to train other officers in the field.
The purpose of the course is for us to continue training new officers in policy procedures of the department and law, state law, everything that goes with policing, school policing.
This course was a 3-day course, a certification course for senior officers to be certified as field training officers. And the purpose of this course was to arm these officers with different teaching methods and skills so that they can train probationary officers for their final assignment, which would be a solo patrol assignment. And this is preparing these field training officers to get them ready.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook
and check us out on Twitter.
You can also view all the latest UISD videos.
You'll find our videos on YouTube.
You've been watching United ISD TV News.
We hope you enjoyed our show.
I'm Mariana Montes.
And I'm Jessa Guajardo.
Thank you for watching.